So how fast do follicles grow, and when are you most likely to get the best shot at mature fertilizable eggs if you're doing an IVF stim cycle? Let's talk about it. Like so many body things, there's going to be a textbook answer here and a real life, real bodies answer. Textbook follicular growth is 1.5 to 2 millimeters per day with stimulation medications, which are also called FSH or gonadotropins. So after 5 days of stimming meds, follicles should be around 10 millimeters when they measure them with that good old-fashioned vaginal ultrasound probe. After 10 days of stimming, ideally most follicles are going to fall in a 12 to 25 millimeter range, and that's pretty good news because follicles between about 12 and 18 to 20 millimeters are shown to have the best rates of mature eggs inside of them and have the best odds at successful fertilization and embryo development. Now, lots of clinics are going to do their first follicular ultrasound scan around day 5 or 6 of starting your stimming meds. Now, at some clinics, they're going to count all the follicles you have going at that point at any size, and they're going to tell you what you got. At other clinics, they don't tell you anything. And at still others, they only count them once they're over 10 millimeters. So if you go in on day 5 and your clinic says there aren't any follicles that are measurable here, it is super helpful to know this and to ask if that means that there's some, but they're just still under 10 millimeters. Phew. Or there's really none. Usually it's the former, and knowing this is going to save you a ton of searching and panicking. Now let's get a little bit more nuanced and talk real life follicle growth. In real live humans, there tends to be a load of variation. Of course there is. Just think about our menstrual cycles. I've seen someone stim for nearly 3 weeks to get mature size follicles. They just kept on going and they had a totally successful cycle. I've also seen someone get to mature size follicles in just 6 to 7 days. So keep in mind, measuring the size of the follicles is just one of the factors that your clinic is going to take into account as they decide on the timing for your trigger shot and your egg retrieval. One more important note here, in older eggs, 43 or older years old, or in cases of premature ovarian decline or low ovarian reserve for any reason, there's a growing argument for triggering earlier with smaller size follicles because eggs that are in the 18 to 22 millimeter range in these cases tend to be poor quality. You can Google something called the HEIR IVF study, HEIR, to learn more about this. I'll put a link in the description. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps you a ton. If you're wondering what lifestyle changes are supported by actual evidence, you want to understand your unique IVF protocols better, or you need more support when you're sitting with this horrible, frustrating unknown of IVF outcomes, then my IVF Insider course is the perfect next step for you. Check it out. The link is in the description too. I love supporting every single IVF cycle that I'm lucky enough to support. It's such an honor, and you all are the best. Thanks for watching.